light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Yes, I am. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little birdie told me that life is so sweet. As I listen to her song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is infinite. Love will increase. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little birdie told me life is so sweet. As I listen to her song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is infinite. Love will increase. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I am happy, so healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Every day I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Can't you see I'm happy now? So healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm happy, healthy, wealthy. I am happy, I'm healthy, and wealthy. Oh, I'm wise. I am happy and healthy and wealthy and wise.
neighbors, ask the people you work with if they have any coats, hats, gloves, mittens, things that they have outgrown that are sitting in the back of their closets that could support Lutheran Social Services. Now, as a reminder, all of these things that we collect are donated there and given to refugees, which now we have refugees entering from Syria, Ukraine, Central America, all over the place, and they can really use our support, especially as the weather continues to get colder. We are also doing Earnest on a Shelf. This is 25 days of laughter and inspiration through the month of December. So you can scan that QR code that you see up there or go to celebrationcenter.org to sign up for these daily emails where you'll get to see our Earnest on a Shelf up to some antics, as well as get some inspiration from Ernest Holmes, our founder. On Tuesday, December 6th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a Blue Christmas service that is being hosted in conjunction with Unity of Fairfax. So this is going to be at Unity of Fairfax or online also, because everything that we do is online for our global community. And this is an honoring of the fact that sometimes the holidays can be challenging. That yes, there's a lot of joy and cheer and things like that, but there can also be grief and sadness. And while the holidays may be some people's favorite time of year, it may be the hardest time of year for others. So it's just this recognition and understanding that there are a full range of emotions going on at this time, and that all of those emotions are holy. So please join us for that. Then on Thursday, December 8th, Miriam Catellis is hosting another art night at 6:30 p.m. This one is going to be ornament making and hot chocolate. She is going to be teaching us how to use found and recycled objects to make really cool Christmas ornaments, and then bringing hot chocolate. And she is inviting everyone to bring a snack or a dish to share as well, so that we can sit around and eat food and chat and make ornaments and have just a grand old time. This is an in-person event only because we have not figured out how to teleport food and ornament making supplies yet. And we ask that you RSVP to Miriam at miriam.catellis@yahoo.com. And you can find all of this information on celebrationcenter.org. Then we are doing a white stone ceremony. So we did a modified white stone last year because we were not in person. If y'all remember, we were online only. And this year we are going to do this. So it is going to be our hybrid community connection time on Sunday, January 1st at 12:30. It's about an hour-long process. It's not going to take real long. And all are welcome. Anybody can join from anywhere. It will be hybrid. It's going to be on Zoom. You can find that Zoom link by going to celebrationcenter.org and click on the Enter Zoom Events button. Now, if you live far away or you cannot make it here for any reason and you would like a white stone, don't email us. Go to celebrationcenter.org, and under the White Stone Ceremony, there is a registration link, a form. And if you fill out that form, it's just your address and name and phone number, the normal stuff. We will mail you a white stone so that you can participate in this ceremony. So we need your contact information by December 20th so that we can get those stones to you by January 1st. Now, even if you don't fill out that form, you can just show up. You don't have to have a white stone to participate. You don't have to have told us that you're going to participate. Anybody who's coming here in the room, just feel free to come. There's no RSVP needed. That is only if you would like for us to mail you a white stone. And then we have this thing called You, a new class starting with Reverend Ryan Alexander, who is, y'all most well know them as the person who sits in the back and puts up all of these glorious slides. And this is going to be Monday evenings, January 2nd through 30th through the 30th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. This does meet one of the requirements for PracTrack. So if you are interested in becoming a practitioner, this is going to be a class for you to take. The registration is $145. You can sign up online, celebrationcenter.org, and scholarships are available. So please let us know if you have any questions. Oh, and Irina has noticed, wait, will you put it back up? Irina has noticed that we have all of these random strangers and then this little Easter egg of Andy here in the corner. I thought maybe I got the time wrong or something. Yes, that is Andy there. And then finally, if y'all remember at our annual meeting, we had a big discussion about membership and how membership should look in our community. We are continuing that conversation by sending out a survey this week. On that survey is just going to be some open-ended questions so that we can begin to get y'all's ideas and inspiration for what membership can look like in our spiritual community. And so please fill out that survey. Take a moment to read it. The bylaws that are already written are going to be included there so you can reference back to them. And this is such an important conversation. Then we are going to have an impromptu just discussion. You can ask questions, get clarification next Sunday after the service. And then that's going to be 30 minutes. 30 minutes from 12:30 to 1, and that's just whoever wants to show up. It's not required at all. But we do ask that you put January 8th on your calendar after the Sunday service. We're going to sit down and have a discussion and potentially vote on a new form of membership, or maybe keep the old one. We don't know what's going to happen. So please, 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 whether you're a voting member, not a member, we don't care. We just want to find out from you and get a pulse on what membership could look like in spiritual community. Whew, okay, that's all, y'all. Tom's been up here ready to go for about an hour now. So now I would love to welcome Tom with an opening song.
Called Out of the Darkness. One of these mornings, Lord, I swear, I wake up already there, out of the darkness, into the light. It's how I feel when all is wrong, even though I don't belong, out of the darkness, into the light. Out of the darkness, coming out of the darkness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wasn't really born to run. That's just where I'm coming from. Out of the darkness, into the light. So when I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep out of the darkness, into the light. Out of the darkness, coming out of the darkness. I wanna live like there's nothing to Yeah, yeah, yeah. One of these mornings, Lord, I swear, I wake up already there, out of the darkness, into the light, out of the darkness, into the light.
Thank you, Tom. That was amazing. I invite you to enter the sacred time in our service with a 3-part breath. As we breathe together, we are remembering our oneness, synchronizing together as the beloved community that spans across the globe, and recognizing the unique gifts that we each bring. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Please say our vision together with me. We are celebrating spirit within and knowing the oneness of humanity. Today's reading comes from Creative Mind by Ernest Holmes. Wake up. Your word is all-powerful. Your consciousness is one of omnipotence. Your thought is infinite. Your destiny is eternal, and your home is everlasting heaven. Realize the truth. I am living in a perfect universe. It always was perfect and always will be perfect. There never was a mistake made. There are no mistakes being made, and there never will be. I live in the great and eternal universe of perfection, from cause to effect, from beginning to end, and the world's all right, and I know it. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Feel how you are supported by your chair and the ground beneath your feet as you deepen your breath and bring your awareness to the present moment, to your heart center, for home is where the heart is. Allow everything else, the worries, concerns, to-do lists, and busyness, to fall away as you simply relax in the now. And so we pray. God is all there is. God is all good, the one power, one mind, and one life. God is the living Spirit Almighty, in all, over all, around all, through and throughout all, as all. And I am that I am. I am one in God and mind and spirit. There is no separation, for I live, move, and have my being in pure spirit. I am divine. I am perfect, whole, and complete. And just as I am perfect, whole, and complete, each and every one is perfect, whole, complete, eternal, and immortal. I declare that the universe, God, and all life is good. We are at home. Good is abundant and available everywhere for all. I know that each of us expresses gratitude for all the good, all the blessings, and the abundance in the universe and in our lives. Life is all good, and an abundance of good is available to each and everyone, for the gift already has been made. I know that each and every one marks this Thanksgiving and Christmas season as special and expresses gratitude for all the blessings and good in their lives and the good that is coming. I'm so very grateful for the good and blessings abundantly available in the universe, our home. I'm grateful for Thanksgiving and this special and added opportunity to reflect on the good and blessings in our lives. I'm so very grateful for our ability and willingness to express gratitude for all the good. And I release my word unto the law where it is already known in the mind of God and is assured of fulfillment. This is the word of God and will not return unto me void. I do give thanks that this is so, and so it is.
Consider the lilies of the field, how they neither sow nor reap, but still God's beauty is revealed. God watches over them in their sleep. Will it not be so for you? Oh, my little orphan child, when your long dark night is through, you will see the morning smile. Look up, have faith. Your dreams await. You beautiful, you. Everybody knows the truth. You were such a reckless fool. You spent your brilliant youth chasing your rainbows, your shadows too. But don't think you lost your way, 'cause you're standing at the door. Tomorrow is today, and you are the someone you've been waiting for. Look up, have faith. Your dreams await. You beautiful, you. Before you were born, God already knew you. She knew you. So ask and you'll receive. Seek and you will find. It's not easy to believe that the water has turned to wine, but look up, have faith. Your dreams await you, beautiful. You.
Thank you. That song was incredibly perfect for the talk today, so thank you. So we're finishing up our month on home. And really what I have figured out that it boils down to is that I just feel like I understand this quote by Ram Dass a little bit more. And it is, we're all just walking each other home. That as we work to be home for ourselves and for one another, as we work to find home, as we work to be grounded and create home, that really what we're doing is we're just walking each other home. So on that note, I am going to invite y'all. Are y'all willing to take a journey with me today? Yes? I got a few very tentative head nods. What? Oh, depends on where we're going. We're going home, but it might be a little bit of a roundabout trip. And so I'm going to ask that y'all share my screen. And you can remove me altogether. So this baby's name is Helen. You can remove me altogether. No, just make it so it's here. I can do it. All right, there we go. Okay. So this baby's name is Helen. And Helen was born to a refugee family who was fleeing Syria and seeking asylum in Europe. Y'all can see that. And so Time, a woman named Francesca Triani, sort of marked this journey with Helen's family. And Helen's mom's name is Taima. And so it says, Taima, I'm going to read what it says so that if you can't read it, if the font is too small or anything like that, don't worry, I'm going to read all of this to you. It says, Taima and her husband, Mohamed, fled Syria seeking asylum in Europe. Their baby Helen was born a refugee. Time was there for the birth and chronicled their journey. Y'all ready? So Taima is 25, and her words, her text messages are going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. And Francesca is the Time video journalist, and her text messages are on the right side. So Francesca asks, have you picked a name? We're calling her Helen without an E. It's more stylish that way. And then she said, I think we're coming this afternoon to see the baby. Is that okay? And Taima said, welcome. You can come whenever you want. And so here's Helen in the hospital. I know, right? Cutest baby. So Helen was born in Thessaloniki. Irina, do you know how to say this? No? Thessaloniki. Oh, that sounds right. Greece. And it says, Taima delivered Helen in a hospital near a refugee camp 1,000 miles from home. You can see how far they have traveled. A day later, Francesca asked, how are you feeling? I'm fine. My happiness is incomplete. I never thought I'd have my baby in Greece. We're going back to the refugee camp today. Here she is coming in with Helen to the refugee camp. And Francesca says, wow, that's so soon. And Taima says, I feel suffocated here. There isn't enough oxygen in this tent. How is a newborn supposed to handle this? It's so dirty in the camp. My brother-in-law killed a rat in the tent today. You can see Helen here with Taima. And there she is through the tent. Then in November, so she is 7 weeks old now. Hey, how are you? It's so cold in New York today. It's freezing here too. Helen is 2 months and 1 day old. Precious baby. And then in December, do you have any plans today? I'm giving Helen a bath. We only get 3 bottles of clean water a day. And then she says, I dream that my daughter lives an easy and happy life. I dream a lot, but I don't know if these dreams will come true. I was a music teacher in Syria, but then music was banned. And there's a picture that she sent to Francesca of her and Mohammed before they fled. And there she is with Helen. In January, Francesca asked, hi, Taima, any new news on where you'll go next? No news. I'm so bored. All we do is wait. Can you text me photos of where you are? And so she texted her a picture of New York and said, I think it might snow today. Taima says, New York is beautiful. Have you found a boyfriend yet? And laughter. And then their picture, their engagement picture, Taima and Mohammed. 2 weeks later, I have been trying to reach you. Is everything okay? We took Helen to the hospital. She had bronchitis and was in a bad state. The asylum office called about our asylum interview. And there they are in the hospital. And so Francesca asked, when is the meeting about your asylum application? And she said, it's tomorrow in Athens, but the doctors want Helen to stay here in the hospital for 3 days. We've been waiting so long for this asylum appointment, but Helen's sickness made me forget the happiness. And then she says, what would you do if you were me? Hi, Taima, have you made a decision? Hi, I feel like we had no choice. We had to check Helen out of the hospital. We are getting on the bus to Athens with all of the other refugees. Which country do you think will give us asylum? There they are riding on the bus. Everyone on this bus is saying Germany is a good country and that in France they banned the hijab. I haven't slept in 2 nights. The bus will be a 9-hour journey, another night with no sleep. I'm nervous. This is where we find out where Helen will grow up. So now they're at the asylum office in Athens, Greece. Taima and her family arrive where refugees are interviewed and assigned a new home in Europe. How did your interview go? We got asylum in Estonia. Do you know where that is? We were hoping to get Germany. Why am I so unlucky? Helen saw a doctor in Athens. She's a lot better now. She is 6 months old now in this video, cute as a button. And then Francesca asked, "Did you celebrate Mother's Day?" And Taima said, "I did not celebrate anything. I am so lonely." We're leaving a month later, she says, "We're leaving for Estonia tomorrow. We're only allowed 23 kilograms per person on the plane." There they are packing all of their important items and deciding what to pack, what to take and what to leave. I hope this is the last time we have to pack. And then Francesca asked, "Do you want to come with us to see the Acropolis before you leave Greece?" And so they went together. And here's a picture of Taima at the Acropolis. And then she says, "How's your family back in Syria doing?" And Taima says, "I miss them. My brother sent me..."
الله أكبر حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. صاروا غارات جوية على جسر الشروق. الله أكبر. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل.
Some refugees say it's better to forget Syria, but I can't. This is what the cherry trees in my garden used to look like. I didn't know the privilege of stability until it was taken away from me. Take a deep breath. Have you learned more about life in Estonia? And Taima said, "I watched YouTube's videos and I really liked it." And Francesca asked, "Have you been on a plane before?" She says, "No, it will be my first time." I love Mohammed's smile here. There they are flying over Estonia. Helen is 7.5 months old. So the family arrives in Estonia and is given European documentation. Here they are getting fingerprints. Here are all of their travel documents. It's midnight and we just arrived at our new apartment in Pulva. The apartment is dirty. Look at the floors. The smell is horrible. Maybe you haven't smelled it. The toilets are really bad. There's a water leak. The building looks a bit old. Here they are arriving into their new home. A month later, Francesca asks, "How is it going?" "There are no other Muslims here. It's really hard to live in this society where you are an outcast. My husband is worried. He doesn't know if he'll get a job here." "And what about you?" Francesca asks. "I'm sad. They don't talk to us. If I say hello, they don't answer. The way they look at me and at the hijab, when we take the bus, I feel like someone might snatch it from my hair. We got our travel papers. We're thinking of leaving for Germany. I don't know what to do." And Francesca asks, "What happens if you leave Estonia?" "We lose our benefits, we lose our apartments, and we probably have to go back to a camp. The decision is in my husband's hands." A week later, she says, "I want to tell you, we left. I just didn't want Helen to grow up here." We'll travel by bus. It'll cost 400 euros to get to Berlin. So here they are traveling on the bus back to Germany. At the Kusel camp in Germany. Now in Germany, the family has to wait to find out if they can stay permanently. So now here they are. So as you can see, their German journey has taken them all over. And in September 2017, Francesca says, "Happy birthday, Helen. I can't wait to celebrate with you." And Taima says, I never thought we'd celebrate her first birthday in a camp, but I'm happier.
Happy birthday to Helon. Sana حلوة يا هيلين. سنة حلوة يا هيلين. سنة حلوة سنة حلوة سنة حلوة يا هيلين. Birthday to Helon. Happy birthday to Helon. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday يا هيلين. فوق الشمعة يا ولد.
يلا هلين كمان.
يلا.
And as always, the older brother blows out the candle. And so to end, it says Taima and Mohamed are appealing deportation orders that would take them back to Estonia, but they have run out of money to pay legal fees. Mohamed is working in the Kusel camp laundry. He makes 80 cents an hour. Taima fears that any day now there will be a knock on her door, forcing her to leave her new friends in the camp. Wael does not attend daycare or kindergarten. Taima worries he might get lice. Helen is learning to run after her brother, but her favorite game is pretending to talk on her mother's phone. So here she is, playing and running. All right. Oh, I can't get rid of that. All right, so take a deep breath. So that is one family's journey of home and trying to find home and making the best of home wherever they are. And the reason that I wanted to share this with you, the question that keeps coming up for me is, how can we be home to one another? What is ours to do, knowing that this is one family's situation in one place, and that all over there are people being displaced in their homes, there are things happening, there are homes that are not safe, and then knowing that we have the opportunity to be home for one another. And what does that look like, and how can that show up? So that's the question that just keeps coming to the forefront of my mind. How can we be home to one another? So I want to talk for just a second about some ways that we can do that. But before I do, if that story was a little hard or heavy for you, I have a quote. It's by L.R. Nost, and they say, "Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break, and all things can be mended, not with time, as they say, but with intention." And so by asking this question, how can we be home? What we're doing is we are intending, we are setting that intention that is mending and healing the parts of our world that appear broken and that are not working for some people. I think we can all agree that right now, the way the world is going is not working for Taima and her family. And so, of course, the first way that we can be that we can be home for one another is love. It's love. And we can always return back to that love, return back to that self-love, return back to that love for one another, return back to that love for the planet. And yet, love alone is not enough. There must be action. And so the next thing that we can do to be home for one another is to listen and to hear the stories and to look at the stories and to believe the stories. Rachel Naomi Rimmon says, "Our listening creates a sanctuary for the homeless parts within another person." And so when somebody shares their story with you, when somebody tells you from the deepest part of themselves, when they open themselves up vulnerably to you, you can listen. We can do that for one another. And there's a listening that is deeper than the everyday listening. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's like the soul listening to the soul. That's the listening that I'm talking about. That's the listening that's going to heal the world. And then next, as we're listening, we can step into a place of non-judgment. Because here's what I have noticed. And here's what I've noticed. What I've noticed is that when we see people in really challenging situations, like Taima and her family are in right now, is that we want to find out what they did wrong. We want to know the choices that they made that put them into this situation, because we get so afraid that it could happen to us. And I think one of the most profound parts of that whole story was when she said, I didn't know the privilege of stability until I lost it. And so we look and we say, well, you must have, or they don't deserve, or this must have. There's all these stories that we try to make up in our minds about what the people did to be in the situation that they're in, because we don't want to believe or think that that could ever happen to us. It's scary. And it's okay for it to be scary. But the reality is that those people are just like us. There's literally no difference. There's no difference. They were born in a different part of the world than we were born in. That's it. Or they currently live in a different part of the world than we currently live in. And so by dropping those barriers, by stepping into a level of empathy that's not only, I listen to you, I believe your story, I'm not judging you for where you are in your story, but drop into a level of there, but by the grace of God, there I go, right? But dropping into this level of understanding that you and I are exactly the same, that there is literally nothing no choice you could have done to prevent what you're in, and no choice that I could have done to be in the situation that I am, that we are literally the same in every manner. And when we can step into that level of empathy for another human, then that listening becomes that soul listening. That listening becomes the listening of true oneness, of understanding that yes, we are creating our reality, but we are co-creating our reality. It is not me in a vacuum, but it is instead all of us creating. And so just like I have the ability to affect the world here, I have the ability to affect the world there, the world that Taima is living in, because it's all the same world. And so L.R. Noss continues on and says, do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break, and all things can be mended, not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. And so this holiday season, my call to action for all of us is to look around and ask yourself, how can I be home for myself and others in this holiday season? What does home look like? And then how can I be that in the world? Maybe it's going around to your neighbors and collecting coats for our coat drive. Maybe it's volunteering. Maybe it's praying. Maybe it's just showing up and being you. Maybe it's staying alive even though it's a really hard time. Whatever it is, I invite you to discover what home is for you and then do it this holiday season. Let's pray. And so I go beyond all of the appearances and return to the truth, the grounded oneness of being, that place within me that knows and remembers that there is only one infinite, absolute, eternal presence going on. This one thing that is just so infinite, so eternal, so absolute that we cannot possibly fathom it with our minds, that every time we even begin to come close, we can know that it is not that, it is greater than that. It's because it is infinite, ever expanding, ever shifting, ever growing, ever evolving. Oneness. This oneness that is the very building blocks of this entire planet and all life on it, that each and every human being is the creator creating out of itself to be the created. That each and every human being is stepping up and showing up to life, doing the very best that can be done in the circumstances and situations that they are in. Each and every one of us is the individualized expression of the divine showing up on planet Earth right here and right now. No matter where we are, no matter what our situation is, we are all God in action. And so I know and affirm that this holiday season, whatever holiday we celebrate, however we choose to celebrate, whoever we celebrate with, that we are more deeply and profoundly grounded into ourselves as home. I know and affirm for Taima and her family and for all of the refugees that they feel home this holiday season. Wherever they are, whoever they are with, that their hearts are home. And I know this is true for each and every person who can hear my voice, that our hearts are home throughout this season. No matter what feelings are going on, no matter what happens, that we are simply showing up as the one infinite divine presence, doing the very best that we can. And I am so grateful for this beloved community that is home for so many amazing beloved souls. And I am grateful that we continue to grow and become home for more and more people. And so I simply release my word, I let it go, I know it is done as I have spoken, and so it is.
What can love do? How can you live? What can you hope for? But all of your best laid plans to rest. What will it take? Who really cares? Does it get better? All you can do is do your best. And when you think it's not enough, love comes out and calls your bluff. That's what love can do. That's what love can do. When you need it, that's what love can do. All over town, word got around, you got in trouble. Word travels fast and it won't let you be. Maybe you're lost, maybe you're cold, sometimes you shiver. And even the truth won't set you free. You've been riding out the storm. Love comes home, you're safe and warm. That's what love can do. That's what love can do. When you need it, that's what love can do. Love won't get you rich. Love won't drive you poor. Love won't turn the tables. That's not what love is for. Love won't stop you crying or make your vision clear. Love just tells you one thing: you were meant to be here. That's what love can do. That's what love can do. When you need it, that's what love can do. When you need it, that's what love can do.
Yes, that's what love can do. Perfect, perfect. Thank you. So this is the time in our service for our gifts and our offerings. And so I invite you that whether you have a financial offering that you are giving today, or you are simply giving of your presence by being here, showing up and saying yes to yourself this morning, that either way we are so, so grateful that you are here. And so if you would like to give an offering or a donation, you can do that at celebrationcenter.org, scan the QR code, or go to the website and click on the Give button. All of those options will take you to our Secure Breeze website where you can donate. Or if you are in the room, of course, we have the basket right over here as well. And now I'm going to invite Rich up for our offertory affirmation and prayer.
Join me now in saying our offertory affirmation together aloud. This gift I give is God in action. I give it in joy. I give it in love. I give in faith. I give it knowing that I'm blessed. And so I gratefully give. We now bless all the gifts and tithes that are donated now or coming to the center, as we know they are given from the Spirit and from love within, as we practice the law of circulation. Money is energy. We express gratitude for this flow of energy of good that is motivated by love and spirit within. These gifts come into the center and go back out to the community to its benefit, and then come back to us multiplied as good is multiplied. I do give thanks that this is so, and so it is. I broke it.
Thank you for the coffee, thank you for the cup. Thank you for the morning, for waking me up. Thank you for the sugar, thank you for the cream. Thank you that the night was only but a dream. Ooh, thank you. Thank you for the traffic and the menial job. For my baby crying and the craziest dog. For making me a button that says undo. And for every road leads back to you. Ooh, thank you. Oh mercy, you are everywhere. You were always as close as a whispering prayer. Oh mercy, when the world doesn't care. Be my bosom of Abraham, be my rocking chair. Thank you for the rope that won't ever let me go. Thank you for the yes when everybody else said no. Thank you for the seesaw, thank you for the swing. Thank you for the gloves and the boxing ring. Ooh, thank you. Oh mercy, Oh, mercy, you are everywhere. You were always as close as a whispering prayer. Oh, mercy, when the world doesn't care. Be my bosom of Abraham, be my rocking chair. Thank you for a love that can overcome regret. Thank you for the joy that I haven't found yet. Thank you for the apple, thank you for the tree. Thank you for dancing in the dark inside of me. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, ooh, thank you.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Rich. Yeah, let's give Tom another round of applause. And at 12:30 today, 30 minutes, so in 30 minutes from whatever time zone you're in right now, we'll be doing our hybrid community connection. Today we're having a discussion, and my question for you is, how can you be home for the holidays? How can you be home in this holiday season? So please join us on Zoom. Go to celebrationcenter.org and click on Enter Zoom Events, or just stay right here in the room, and we'll see you in 30 minutes. And with all of that, I invite you to repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. I am led by Spirit. I am guided by wisdom. I am protected by love. I am here to be a blessing. I am so grateful. And so it is.